Hello guys, welcome back to this video. In this video, I'm going to talk specifically about the project requirement document. What is the PRD and why you actually need this PRD in your vibe coding and while building your next software using the no-code platforms in this AI era, right? So what is the PRD? Just in a simple language, if I just have to explain you, this is simple, a thought that you give to your AI agent to think like you. Simple as that, right? So it's like mimicking whatever in your mind with your AI agent. So this is what you exactly need for this. So PRD actually defines what exactly your product is. What are the pain points that it solves? Like what are the real solution it's bringing to the people? How it will function, right? And what is the in and out of the what are the things that you're going to include or exclude from this MVP version? The very specific, very accurate detail that you give to the AI model so that it has some boundary and it has some detail to work and work in a way so that it can bring the best outputs for you. For example, I'm taking my older SaaS product idea, that is AI Responder, that I had built for my personal use to solve my LinkedIn problem, to write comments and messages in a best way with using my own API key, right? So for taking that example, I can write the specific goal. The goal is to help the professional to write smarter, faster, and more engaging messages, comments, and posts using the AI. Right? And the problem I'm solving is writing the meaningful and personalized messages on time. Like you can fine tune your requirements. I can put the screenshot here so that you can see how the software looks like, right? And you can create the post attention and authenticity. Right? Next thing you can write is about the target audience. Who is your target audience? Why target audience is important in the PRD? Because when you define your AI agent, like, okay, I'm building for these particular kind of people, it thinks in that way, right? You're building for solopreneurs, freelancers. You're building for the SDRs or sales projects. You're building for the creators or coaches. You can creating for job seekers. Who is your target audience? And when you write these important things into your PRD, it gives and supports the development process while thinking about the user experience, while thinking about the real pain point, how the pain point is going to solve, and how the mindset of those kind of specific kind of users is going to have, and how the application look and feel in that way, right? Next thing, you can define your core features. What are the core features in your application? Ask yourself, right? So for example, I'm going to build and work on the Chrome extension. So it should have like user login system. It should have the button or like here that floats on the screen where user click and give you the suggestions, right? It could be have a web application. So what are the web applications could be? So if you are using the no-code tool like Lovable and Bolt, you don't have so much flexibility to choose your technologies, right? But in the coding tool like Windsurf and Cursor, you have the flexibility to choose your technology. You are going to use the Python as a backend. You want to use the Node.js as a backend. Whatever you want to use, you can choose it, right? And if you're technical, you can choose more of the things if you're using your personal integrated development environment. And while choosing your technology stack, you have to have like different kind of mindset. One mindset is you have no technical background, you are only dependent on the Lovable and Bolt, and you're giving everything to them, and you don't just sit and just leave it to them like what technology they want to use. Second thing is you are taking the responsibility and you decide which technology I have to use and which platform I have to use, and even you take the responsibility of the design. You use the Figma designs, you use the Balsamic or the wireframes, Excalidraw, whatever the tool you use, you give them the wireframes of the application. Like, okay, these are the specific screens you have to build, these are the specific things you have to take in mind, right? You talk about the logics, you talk about the user journey, you talk about the user experience and the principles to follow. It should be fast, it should be the native feel, it should be authentic, you should be customizable. Whatever it is, you have to define in the PRD. Next thing that you have to keep in the PRD is the success metrics. Like, what are the user percentage, like what indicates the user engagement. It is the users are going to use it daily, it is going to use in a specific particular use case for this particular period of time, and what is the retention rate of the users. So this is not very very important, but this point is important if you put into the PRD, and it supports your AI agents to think in that way, so that user have to use in a daily basis. So features should be very smooth, so features should be very easy to access, feature very handy, if you don't put your UX engineer in there, right? Next thing is you have to focus on your MVP scope. Scope means what to include and what to exclude, what you have to have in the application and what you don't want to have in the application, so that it gives the strict boundary and limitation to the software. Next thing, you have to have you can add your future roadmaps and ideas, so that AI models can leave the areas or leave the space to add new features, like in terms of designing, in terms of backend structure, in terms of the database management, whatever it is, right? So you have to like talk about, for example, if I'm building the AI responder, I can talk about, okay, next thing I have to add the tone training, I have to add AI ghost writer, or I have to add the CRM integration so that it saves the things to the Notion and HubSpot, right? Or maybe I can add options like adding more team members, or maybe AI insights for the next product idea or the vision they have to do. So these are the specific small use cases that users could use for their this journey of building the next great messages or comments using our tool. So this is the PRD. PRD is the blueprint. It's the prompt blueprint that you give to the AI agent. It is the project alignment documentation you can talk for the developers, for the designers, whoever in the team is working with you. This is the validation document for taking your, you can say, beta users or investors in mind. So write in a way so that everyone who like, maybe it's AI or it's a human, whoever it reads, it should understand your application very well. This is it for today. See you in the next video, and I will keep talking about more things in more detail so that you have the better understanding about what are the specific areas to focus while building your next great vibe coded software. Thanks.